What's up, Trevor? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Cherish today, season 2, episode 3. So, Ellis know he done screwed up, right? Because remember at the end of the last episode, he sort of rejected Sunny. She was ready to make this thing happen. She was ready to rock and roll, and he sort of pulled back. So he's trying to talk to her. He can't find the right words. He's trying to tell her what's going on. So he decides he's going to drive down there. He's going to drive down to Atlanta, and he's just going to go check on her. Now that's about, I don't know how many exact hours, but it's a little bit of a ride. It's about 3-4 hours, you know. It's a good little ride. But he's gonna drive down there. So we see him go to the barber shop to get a clean cut. And his barber's talking to him. His barber's like, "Come on now, like I know you ain't about to get no fresh. You ain't about to spend $20 on no fresh cut unless there's something going on." And so he tells the barber what happened, and he said, you know, he told her, you know, it's not you, it's me. And barber was like, "Oh my gosh, bruh, like you really screwed this one up. Like, yeah, you need to go talk to her and clear the air." So then Sunny actually is having a great day at the restaurant because they're coming to film, you know, one of those like cooking shows. They're going to come, you know, like the hot spots, you know, the up and coming restaurant, and it's a feature on like, you know, a cooking show or whatever. And so she's excited and she's putting everything in order, and it's a big day for her. And so we see Ellis on the road, and you know, we got a little cameo from Queen Sugar. We see Hollywood. He goes to Ava's Cafe, and him and Hollywood know each other, you know. And of course they talk about how great Ava's food is and how great the pies and everything are. And he runs into an artist there, you know, and she's interested, you know, she lets him know that she's interested, little flirty flirt, little something something. And, you know, he tells her, "Listen, I appreciate it, but, you know, I got somebody on my mind, you know, somebody kind of got my heart." And, you know, but they talk about art and some great things or whatever. And of course, you know, she's like, "Dang, you know, well, if you know," she gives him his car, you know, her car and everything. Like, "Listen, if things don't work out, you know, give me a call, bro. Give me a call." So we see him get to the restaurant. You know, he done drove down. When we see him get to the restaurant, and of course, everything is nice. You know, Sunny is busy. The restaurant is busy. There's really only a seat left at the bar, but of course he's like, "I don't mind, you know, I'll sit at the bar, that's cool." So he buys a bottle of champagne for the back of the house, and when Sunny goes to, you know, thank him, she realizes who it is. And of course her response is not positive, but she got to keep up a good face. She got to keep smiling because they are filming, you know. They got this whole filming thing going on. And so they kind of have like a little light talk and everything. And she said, "Well, listen, I'm kind of busy, you know, but I'll talk to you if I can. I'll come talk to you later." So of course he waits. He stays there and he waits all night, all through closing. And she's avoiding him. Like, she don't have nothing to say to him. I know she really. And my thing is, at a certain point, girl, you know he ain't going nowhere. You know he ain't going nowhere. So, you know, her partner is like, "Look, you need to go talk to him." Like, she said, "Listen, I understand that you may be a little upset, maybe a little mad, but girl, this man drove all the way down here to see you, and he ain't left yet, and you know you like him." So she goes over to talk to Ellis and thank him again for the champagne, the partner, not Sunny. And he said, "Listen," she says, "Listen, she's happy to see you, okay? I ain't playing this game with the two of y'all. She's happy that you're here, and she's happy to see you, okay? Don't let all this fool you, okay? Don't let all this going on fool you." But she eventually does go over to talk to him, and basically everybody ends up leaving. And he says, and he tells her, he says, "Listen, I'm sorry," you know. And she said, "Well, what was all that? You know, like, what was that about? Like, what happened?" And he was like, look. She was like, "Does your family even know you down here?" He was like, "I'm a grown ass man. What are you talking about?" But he tells her, he says, "Listen, I have not had anybody in my life since my separation. And honestly," he said, "that was by choice. And honestly, there's a part of me that's afraid to bring somebody in my life because I just don't want to start no stuff back up. I don't want to create a situation again in my life. So there's a part of me that's just afraid to go down that yellow brick road." But he said, "But, you know, but I'm here, you know, I want you to know that I am interested, you know." And she is playing hard, you know, she's playing hard. And he was like, "Well, look, at least give me a tour." You know, he said, "At least give me a tour of the restaurant before I leave." So she gives them a tour. She ends up cooking herself something to eat because she said, listen, I don't even, normally get a chance to eat. So they get to talking or whatever. So then she, she's still playing hard. And he was like, listen, just give it a chance. And she said, He said, well, that's not a no. She said, that's not a yes either. He was like, all right, okay. So then she said, are you driving back tonight? And he was like, I guess so. Let me go ahead and get on the road. I should make good time this time of night. So he gets up to leave, and she was like, and he looks at her, and then she looks at him. Next thing you know, they in her apartment, right? I said, okay. So they at the apartment. So then, they're talking, they're laughing and everything. And so he says, what are you afraid of? And she starts talking like spiders, and I'm afraid of my dad getting sick. He said, no. I mean, with us. What are you afraid of? And she said, he said, well, why won't you give us a chance? She said, but I did a couple of times. Like, this ain't my first rodeo. Like, I've tried. And he was like, okay, fair. But I'm talking about now. Like, you're not answering the question about why now. Why are you afraid to try now? And she was like, he was like, she said, because I'm just, I'm just afraid of it all falling apart again. Like, we done been down this road, and I'm just afraid of going down that road again. I'm afraid of this whole thing falling apart again. And they kiss, and then she sort of pulls away from him, but then she gets up and she hits him with the head nod in the bedroom, talking about some, you coming? And baby, they get to that bedroom, and they get to kissing and the hugging, and y'all know what they did, what adults do, honey. And that was the episode. I know that's a short recap, but it really wasn't that much going on. I mean, that really was what it was, And then we're going to see where we go from here, honey. We're going to see how this thing continues to expand from here. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.